And we're back. Today I'm doing a prediction on the World Cup. My prediction. It's happening actually where I live in the United States. And if you think I'm going to the game, you are absolutely fucking stupid. You know how much tickets cost? I've heard like rows for like a game, Cape Verde game, fucking 10K for a game for a country I didn't even know existed until like a few months ago. It's ridiculous out here. But anyways, we're gonna be doing my prediction. It might be bad. It might be very good. I've only really started actually like getting into soccer, not like 2 years ago maybe. Never when I was growing up, never really found soccer entertaining until like I said a few years recently. Um, so maybe my predictions will probably be bad. Maybe who knows? That's why it's fun for to do predictions. So yeah, let's get into it. And also, do you guys like the mic? I just got it. It's one of the cheapest mics I could find. I wasn't going for cheap, but I saw this kind of everywhere on TikTok, so I thought it'd be good. The audio is not the best, obviously. This was like not expensive at all actually. So yeah, I could have gone probably something better, but just for now, this is what I'm gonna use. Um, yeah, let's get into it. Now, I was using Telegraph, and then halfway through they made me pay, and I'm not paying. So I was gonna use another app, and then two groups in, I forgot I was recording. So yeah, so for Group A, I had Mexico, uh, Korea Republic, Czech, and then South Africa, and then Group B have Switzerland, Canada, Qatar, and Bosnia. All right, so now let's go to Group C. Hopefully, I don't forget something. All right, for Group C, definitely Brazil, um, Morocco, and Scotland, 100%. Haiti, you're gonna go last, obviously. Brazil, definitely not what they once were. Still have a good team. Morocco also still have a good team. I don't think they'll make it far as they did in 2022, but I do think they they probably make. Well, actually, I don't know. We're gonna see that for later. And then Scotland. All right, for Group D. Now this is a tough group just because everyone here is just kind of just eh, you know. But I do think it's gonna be Turkey, and for second, as much as I hate the USA, second USA, and then I think, and I don't really know much about Paraguay or Australia. I mean, I didn't really put much research into this. I'm gonna be honest with you, and also, like I said, don't really know much about soccer. I've only just started watching soccer a few years ago, so my ball knowledge is uh not good at all. But I'm gonna go Paraguay and then Australia. All right, for Group E, easy Germany, uh, Ecuador, and Ivory Coast, and then Curacao. Germany, I think Germany have a good team. I think definitely think they'll make it out the group this time. And yeah, all right, let's go to Group F. Group F, I do think it's gonna be Netherlands, and then Japan, Sweden, and then Tunisia. Netherlands have a good team. Japan have a good team. I do think Japan can make it far, like maybe like quarterfinals. I think definitely quarterfinals. I think 100%. I think maybe that's bad take, but they definitely had in the past. Not well, not in the past, but recent years they've gotten good players. They have good players. Um, yeah. So let's go to Group G. Now Group G, I think it's also an easy one. Belgium. Don't know much about Iran, but I do think Iran's gonna go second, then Egypt, then New Zealand. Belgium definitely not what they were, but still have decent team and definitely in an easy group, so they're definitely top it. So for group, all right, let's go to Group H. Definitely easy: Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Capo Verde. Obviously Spain definitely one of the favorites. Uruguay, I think also a decent team. Definitely not again what they once were. And I know their attack is a little shaky, but you know, They'll definitely go second, and then Saudi Arabia. Let's go to Group I. Now, Group I, easy again. France, Norway, Senegal, Iraq. France, also one of the favorites. They got a crazy attack. Norway, also a decent team. Senegal, I think Senegal. I don't really know much about Senegal. I know they got Sadio Mane, and I think they'll still try to uh, use him, even though he's already like 34. I also got Pat Matasar. If you don't know, I'm a Tana fan, so I definitely know everyone in the World Cup for Tana. For Group J, easy again. Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan. Argentina, definitely gonna make out the group. No way they don't make it out this group. No way. But I do think Argentina are not gonna go too far this year. I don't know if that's a crazy take. Maybe this is like level surface ball knowledge, but I don't think Argentina are gonna make the final. I I think they like what I personally think. I think they're gonna get knocked out in, like quarterfinals. I don't know if that's a crazy take. Maybe this is like surface level take, but I don't think Argentina are gonna go that far. Now for Group K, again easy: Portugal, Colombia, Pakistan, and DR Congo. Again, Portugal. I don't know if they're like really favorites, but I do think they could go far this year. Um, they still got Cristiano Ronaldo in there, 41 years old. Um, but I do think they could make it far, 100%. And then for Group L, I do think England are gonna top it, even though they left out people like Maguire, Foden, and Palmer. But I do think England are gonna still top this group. And then we got Croatia, even though uh, people that helped him in the past, like 18 and 22, are getting older. Like Modric is like I think 39, Perisic I think is like 35. So definitely they still got young players like what's that one guy's name? For Hamburg. I don't know his name, but he's a center back and he's pretty good. And then I got Ghana and then Panama. So that's my group. And I think you go to bracket right here. Oh no. Alright, I don't know how we're gonna make it advance, but I'll cut to the next part. All right, now we're in knockout stage. Now I don't know how accurate this is because while I was looking at the Telegraph one, that one actually let you choose who you think was gonna advance out of all the third place groups. Now this one, they just let me pick, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it just generated the bracket form. I think was gonna make it out of the third place. So I don't know how accurate this is, but I'm just gonna continue it. I know. All right, first Mexico versus Sweden. Now mm, I do think Mexico are gonna top this. I know it's crazy, but Sweden didn't even make it out. They're knockout stage. The only reason they like actually qualified was because of like some something I forgot what it was called. I'm sorry, but I do think Mexico definitely gonna go round 16, and then Canada versus Morocco. Definitely Morocco, 100%. Canada. I do think Canada have an okay team. That Morocco definitely have a better team. And now it's Switzerland versus Czech, easy. Switzerland. Brazil versus Korea Republic, again easy. Brazil. Uh, Turkey versus Senegal. I have Turkey going. Now again, I'm sorry if this is like making you say like, what are you doing? Sorry, I my my knowledge of soccer is not great. Like I said, even though I said that multiple times. Um, this is my opinion. All right, this is my opinion. Now Ecuador versus Japan. Um, I do think Japan. I do think Japan are gonna beat Ecuador. Germany versus Austria. Germany easily. Netherlands versus USA. Netherlands. Now let's go to the other side. Belgium versus Egypt. Belgium, 100%. Uruguay versus Norway. Norway. Spain versus Uzbekistan. Easy. Spain. France versus Iran. Ooh, no, I'm just kidding. France. Argentina versus Ivory Coast. Argentina. Colombia versus Croatia. Ooh. Colombia versus Croatia. I know Colombia. I'm gonna go Colombia on this one. Portugal versus Scotland, obviously Portugal, and England versus Algeria. Obviously England. All right, so now we're in the round of 16. All right, let's go right side this time. So Belgium versus Norway. Mm, I'd say Norway 100%. Norway is definitely a better team than Belgium, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion, please don't come after me. Spain versus France. Okay, we already got a good one already. Now, like I said, I don't know how accurate this is. Like, I don't know how accurate um, because like I said, the other one they actually let me choose who I think the third place teams were gonna move on, and this didn't. Um, because Telegraph one made me pay, or halfway through they didn't let me choose, and I know on like computer they'd actually like let you do it for free, but I'm on, like I said, my sister's iPad, so actually it made me pay halfway through. So again, sorry if this is like very inaccurate. I'm sorry, but Spain versus France, I have Spain going to quarters. Argentina versus Colombia. I think Argentina has that, and then Portugal versus England. Definitely do think Portugal move on. England, they just never can do it. Never. Even though they've always had a good squad. Not always, but most of the time have good squads. They just never can do it. Alright, now we go for the other side. Mexico versus Morocco. Now I do think Morocco is gonna take this. Even though Mexico are gonna play, I think most of their games or not all their games in their home stadium. I don't think Mexico have that good of a team that they're gonna make it to the quarterfinals. Uh, and then we got Switzerland versus Brazil. I do think Brazil are gonna make the quarterfinals. Again, I don't know how accurate this is. Maybe they face other opponents if I like went to the other website, but I I do think Brazil are gonna make the quarterfinals. Now Turkey versus Japan. I think Japan are gonna 100% go to the quarterfinals. 100%. Turkey, they have a good team, but I think Japan, uh, definitely a better team. Even though Matoma is gonna be out for the whole tournament, I do think they still have good players, so I think they'll reach quarterfinals. Now Germany versus Netherlands. I do think the Netherlands are gonna win this. They have people. They still have Van Dijk, Gakpo, Dumfries. Uh, I think they'll make it far. All right, now let's go to the other side again. Norway versus Spain. Easy. Spain, good team. Definitely better than Norway. Um, all right, now Argentina versus Portugal. Now I think Portugal. I don't think Argentina have a good team, but I don't think Argentina are gonna make it too far. I just don't think they are. All right, now we got Morocco versus Brazil. Wow, I don't think this is accurate at all. I don't. I don't think neither of these teams should be in a semifinal. I'm gonna be serious. But I mean Brazil. Um, I think Brazil are gonna make semifinals, and then the Netherlands are gonna make it to the semifinals. All right, now we got Spain versus Portugal. I think Spain are gonna make it to the finals because they're really good team, really good team. Uh, Brazil versus Netherlands. I have Netherlands going to the final. Now the final for me is gonna be Spain versus Netherlands. So who's gonna win the World Cup? Sorry if the mics look different. My other one died on me, so I had to get this one. Um, I think Spain. They have Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Nico Williams. Even though Nico Williams as of recent has been good, but they do have a good midfield with Fabian Ruiz, Gavi, Pedri, Rodri, and also good stacked goalkeeping with David Raya, Unai Simeone, and who's oh my god, Juan Garcia too. And also set up Pedro Porro, Tottenham player. I do think do think Spain's gonna win it. Um, just cause I think they're a better team. So yeah, there's my bracket. Sorry if this bracket wasn't the greatest. Sorry. Sorry if also my pawn knowledge wasn't there. I'm sorry. Sorry if it made you cringe at times. And also, this also might have not been accurate because it didn't let me choose my third place. Who I think my third place finishers were gonna be. Uh, and also sorry for the I guess not so entertaining video. So thank you for watching. I know this wasn't the most entertaining video, but I really appreciate you watching. And better videos are gonna come out later. And yeah, if you liked it, like and subscribe, and see you next time.